Grace and peace to you. In this season of Advent, I thought I'd come and just share some thoughts with you. One of the things I wanted to share with you is just a little bit about me. And one of the things about me is that I am a list person. I keep things organized and always kind of in front of me. I always have a plan for what's coming. And 2013 was no exception for me. I had a plan and a detailed kind of list of the things I wanted to accomplish. And then in June, I was elected the bishop of the Lower Susquehanna Synod, and all of my plans went out the window. And sometimes I think that's how God works in our lives, is that God comes in and interrupts our lives. And I was thinking about that as I was reading some scripture particularly that comes as we come into the season of Advent. It comes from the Gospel of Luke. Now in the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent by God to a town in Galilee called Nazareth, to a virgin engaged to a man whose name was Joseph, of the house of David, and the virgin's name was Mary. And he came to her and said, "Greetings, favored one, the Lord is with you." And she was much perplexed by his words and pondered what sort of greeting it might be. And the angel said to her, "Do not be afraid, Mary, for you have found favor with God." What an interruption in her life. As a simple girl prepared to be married, suddenly she was with child, and her whole life was turned upside down. And I think that's how God works with us sometimes, is that we have our plans and we have our direction, and then God comes and changes those plans, sometimes in large ways and sometimes in small. And I know in this season of getting ready for Christmas, many of you have lots of plans and lists and things to accomplish in that time. But I always am reminded of the quote from Dietrich Bonhoeffer, who said that we have to be open to God interrupting our lives because God is constantly crossing our paths and canceling our plans, sometimes in large ways and sometimes in small ways. So my hope for you in this season of Advent is that you are open to God coming into your life and perhaps even interrupting your plans. And it could be something as simple as a small child wishing to have a story read to them at the least convenient time. Or maybe it's a friend, while you've got plans and lots of things to organize for the holidays, that wants to sit and talk about an issue or a problem. Or maybe you have an encounter with someone who's homeless or hungry. And throughout Advent, we in the Synod will be highlighting some of the ministries we do that work to feed those who hunger around us. These are the important things that God calls us to. So I hope that you have a gracious and wonderful holiday season, but at the same time, I hope that you're open to the possibility that God will come into your life, Emmanuel, God present among us, with an interruption that will perhaps change and enliven your life with the presence of God. On behalf of the entire Synod staff, I wish all of you a joyful and expectant Advent and a wonderful Christmas.